So today we have another Colt Model 1877, perhaps better known as the Thunderer, or if it was in 38, it'd be the Lightning, probably one of the most famous pistols of the Old West era. Maybe next to the Single Action Army, maybe even more popular. It depends on what genre you're looking back in, Old West movie and whatnot. Anyway, this one's nickel plated, no ejector, just a cylinder pin down there. This was known as the Sheriff's model, or at least that's what I've heard it referred to as, perhaps the Shopkeeper's model, although the Shopkeeper's model, from what I understand, probably had a 2.5-inch barrel, maybe even 1.5, depending on where I'm reading, and this is a 3.5-inch barrel. They did make them in a variety of barrel lengths from 1.5 perhaps, although Wikipedia says 2.5, up to 7.5 or even maybe 10 inches, depending on where you're looking. This one specifically was made in 1879, so it's 145 years old, and works great. I've shot this. I'm not going to go all the way. Stiff trigger, but I've shot this numerous times now. This is one of my favorite pistols. I do personally have a preference for the ones with the ejector and in blue, just my own personal preference, but this pistol is perhaps my favorite pistol in the antique world. There's just something so awesome about these pistols. They're just the quintessential Old West gun. Anyway, they were a 6-shot. They had a loading gate, half cock. You can load. Of course, like I said, double action. This one being one of the originals, one of the early models. It has Colt DA41 printed in with acid or acid etched onto the barrel. Later models used a roll stamp and actually stamped it in there. So it's one other thing that indicates that this is one of the early models. This particular pistol has most of its nickel still intact. It's actually really in remarkable shape, all things considered. You can see where it's lost nickel around the cylinder and a bit on the loading gate. But, again, 145 years old. And this one's being used. It's not, it's no Safe Queen. You can see that the rubber grips have some wear on them where they're polishing smooth from handling. I shoot this. I can only imagine how many rounds it's put down range over the years. So all things considered, remarkable condition. So yeah, you may have noticed in the video of me shooting, beautiful pistol, but I'm a little shaky. I tend to shake a lot. It's a wonder I can hit the broadside of the barn, but no, more specifically, that video wasn't filmed recently. I filmed that over the winter sometime, probably actually back in the fall maybe, and I seem to recall that being a rather cold trip out, and I was a little underdressed for the weather, so I'm sure that didn't help. But hey, a good day shooting is always a good day. You know, it's hard to not enjoy it, even if you are cold. As I may have mentioned in my last Thunderer video, it was known that Billy the Kid liked the Thunderer and carried one. I believe it was the pistol he had with him when he was killed. And Doc Holliday had a nickel-plated one, maybe not dissimilar to this one, that he carried on his belt as a backup to his primary. So just another bit of nostalgia that really makes this pistol one of my favorites. Anyway, love making these videos. Want to keep bringing you guys really cool stuff. And yeah, please like and subscribe, and I'd like to bring you more. Till then.